Hi, my name is Sean. In this short video, I'll be showing you how to convert units of contaminant concentrations in Leapfrog. Here in Leapfrog Works, I've imported some contaminant data on these nested well screens. I've imported 3 analytes, DCE, PCE, and TCE, and these are all in milligrams per liter. We know we can easily switch between our analytes by going down to our shape lists and changing those here. If you realize some of your data is getting cut off because you don't have the right amount of decimal places, you can go down to the bottom right-hand corner and bump up your decimal places. So what if we actually wanted to work out of micrograms per liter or parts per billion? Well, we can convert that data directly in Leapfrog. Do this by right-clicking on your groundwater analytical table and selecting calculations. We'll create a new calculation by selecting this asterisk button, and this is going to be a numeric calculation. We'll start with DCE, and we'll convert this to micrograms per liter. And over on the right side, we can see all of the existing items or our metadata that we can choose from. Right, here's our 3 analytes, and it shows us the range of data. Over on the right side, we have our syntax and functions for creating complex calculations and equations. And we are going to make sure we find the unit conversion tab and select mass/weight. Here we are going to convert from milligrams to micrograms. Now in the middle of these parentheses, we need to choose the analyte, which is going to be DCE. And there you have it. So I'm going to do that 2 more times. We're going to click numeric calculation. This is going to be PCE. And 1 more for TCE. Here, I'm just going to save a couple seconds. I'm going to highlight the previous calculation, press Control C and Control V to paste it. And now we just need to change the analyte within the parentheses. So I'm going to double click on my DCE and instead go click on the right analyte, which is PCE in this case, and the same thing for the last one for TCE, and then click Save. If we go back into our scene view and we look at our project tree, we now have a calculations dropdown with all of our calculations. So from here, I can just pull in my PCE into the scene, and we see this is now looking at micrograms per liter, right? Just like before, we can flick between the two. And what if we wanted to convert to parts per trillion, right? We're dealing with PFAS data and we didn't see that in the conversion. Well, we can create a calculation for that. I'm going to pretend that this is PFAS data. And in this case, we can choose the parts per billion for our pseudo PFAS analyte, and we can just multiply it by 1,000. I'm going to rename this to PPT for parts per trillion, press save, and now we've converted that to parts per trillion.